what have you used for that blue armor? Yeah, so my stand itself is a custom stand that I will be selling soon. I do gotta do some things before I can sell it, but it'll be soon, maybe next week. I'll make a video about it as well. I'll just show you all the cool stuff about it. Get some water. There's a lot of talking. Good news is this hasn't failed. It's still going through, so we shouldn't have any issues. Hopefully.
Dá uma pequena falha aqui na micro retífica.
Alright, so who do you watch these days on YouTube? I honestly don't watch too many board repair videos anymore, just because I kind of already know. It sounds arrogant, but I kind of already know the fundamentals of a lot of stuff.
Apertar a micro retífica aqui.
Watch YouTube videos for learning and mostly watch them for entertainment.
Mania de esquecer de apertar as coisas.
Well, I do watch a lot of Louis Rossman. STS Telecom, I like his videos, very entertaining. But that's pretty much it.
Close my eyes.
Yeah, I mean that's all I can think of. I mostly have music playing on YouTube or like political news. But yeah, that's my YouTube life.
Fala, João. Você tá bom, filho?
8%, almost there.
Pessoal, isso aqui é um procedimento de troca de tela original Apple, tá? E esse processo é o transplante de circuito integrado, que é quando você troca o display, por mais que seja original, ele não reconhece como original. Aí a solução para esse problema é fazer o transplante, tá? Essa aqui é a tela quebrada, tá vendo? Aí eu vou extrair esse circuito integrado aqui, que corresponde ao touch, e vou raspar esse aqui para fazer o transplante dele, tá?
You guys want to know something funny? I should have done this one, but I don't know why I want to save it. I do have a 512 gauge mat.
Vou iniciar o procedimento.
We had one customer once. He had an iPhone 6 XS, and he paid me to do a 512 gauge upgrade on a 6S Plus. And this was within a year. So imagine super old phone with 512 gauge. He paid me, the chip is down for like 50 from China, because they didn't have it installed at the time. And then plus the whole repair, like the whole labor part, which is charge around 200 or 220, something like that. Alright, restoration, 25. Now, the next one part, this thing has to load. So, anything you do with forward method, you go through the flat process, and then you have the loading bar. So now you have to work it out as well. Anyway, if anyone has an iPhone 11, you want to follow one Pro Max, that you want me to upgrade, let me know, and we do want to make a video on that as well. I'm sure you can make it. I'll do it as a kind of type to make a video. So, you see the loading bar, and so oh, that's how it's right there.
Agora tirar o excesso de sujeira.
Yeah, so the 512 gig, the 6S Plus, yeah, definitely the memory is worth more than the phone. Alright, cool. So you can see here we have the loading bar. So before we see the hello screen, this has to load up.
Vou tomar uma forma.
You can see the phone is back into normal mode. It's detected by 3 tools, and good news is we have the IMEI still here present. That's a good sign. Means there's no baseline issues. This is the notorious A1660, which has baseline issues, but if you're so partial, you're going to mess it up. Now the more, so there's 2 ways to activate the phone. One is to manually and the print, which is time loaded. So you put in the Wi-Fi and whatnot. Or you will have your button so it will do it for you. It's activated now. It's done. And this is the one way too. If it's activated, sending the stereo, Wi-Fi, and Bluetooth are the correct sets of information, and there's no issue. And they will have it activated. So, right now information, and 2, Apple will not block this software. Block 15.1. And so we will be upgraded with no issues. Remember, when iOS first where somebody was having issues activating a few of these after a nano upgrade, and they were claiming that Apple patched it and blah blah.
Sempre de etapa em etapa faz a limpeza.
And this was a known repair guy, so I don't want to say who. Okay. Alright, so this is upgraded, so now continue. Oh yeah, Touch ID doesn't work on this. Use, don't use, don't use.
Só não pode acabar a luz.
Transfer.
Acabar a luz.
Agree.
Embanana tudo.
Continue. Not now. Enable. Later. Later. Don't share. Continue. Continue. Get started. Alright, phone is working, no SIM card.
Vamos lá, da sequência.
Cameras is working. Check Wi-Fi. Now I don't have the group in, the Wi-Fi is not enough. Pick up any signal. So you can see it scanning. Should have put scanning there. Yeah, you see it put Bluetooth is working. Sound. I hear sound out of both speakers. There's stereo sound, so there's sound off the top and bottom speakers. And then stop. And here we have it. After 256 gig. And so yeah, we're done. So let me get it. I see this in 2 seconds here. And we have time retro values, some recommendations for each channel. Yeah, I'm pretty much it. So thanks a lot everyone for watching. Appreciate all you guys for sticking around to the end. Hit that like button if you made it here to the end. Let me know the comments down below which side of the video. As you saw, the process is super simple. Look at the video, we're now in 28 minutes as of now. Although you didn't have me talking for so much and the iOS update was already downloaded,
tá?
this would have taken a lot faster, probably under an hour. So I had a lot of people asking for memory upgrades, so you know I kind of mastered this repair. Not really repair, it's just a service technically. So if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, check out the links in the description. If you want to get a shirt like this one, keep calm and fix phones. I'll probably come back with another video maybe by Monday, so thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's up everybody? This is Jesse from B2C Board Repairs, and today we're going to do a video about an iPhone XS Max with no touch. So I'm going to go through the process to repair the no touch issues, and also that requires doing a barboard swap. So I'll be recording this full process. It's going to be a long video, but and go through every single step that I always go through to repair. So the first, I want to start out showing off some of the tools I'll be using for this repair. So let's go ahead and get started. So let's go switch over to this camera. First of all, here's the actual device that has the issue. So currently I am testing in my known good housing. So that's a very important tool to have, is an actual known good housing, known good screen. So as you can see, I do have them labeled, so I know, when I have my bin to the parts, like these are my known good parts. So known good battery, known good screen, known good housing. So that's important. Next thing is the eye socket. So this is how we could temporarily connect the two sandwiches, the two layers, so that I could test it without actually soldering it together. This is another iPhone XS Max board, which is considered a donor board. This is a known good board that has an iPhone lock, but it's the board part is so good, so I'm gonna utilize that for the other board, the customer board. Also important is the loose parts, like the battery and the charging port. I'll show you that why I use that later. And this is a programmer, the JC Pro 1000X and the EEPROM adapter. So this will let me read and write the EEPROM data from baseline, which we do need to swap over. So instead of swapping over the actual chip, what we're going to do is read the original and then write it into a new board. So it's a very important tool. I got it from Union Repair, unionrepair.com. Highly recommend them for any kind of soldering tool. So, and also very important, it is a sandwich board here. So I have actually two of them. So this is the old one. This one supports iPhone 10, 10s, 10s Max. This is the iPhone. This is the newer one that supports the one that I just mentioned, plus iPhone 11, 11 Pro, 11 Pro Max. I do for this one for the 10s and 10s Max and the 10s, because these don't have like giant posts sticking up, so it's a lot easier to put the board here versus this one that has these little posts, and sometimes it doesn't line up perfectly, so the board kind of sucks. So, I only use it for the 11 series really. So for this video, we're not stick to this one. As you can see, it's had lots of use. So, so let me show you. So this is the phone. Let me see. Play charge. I see some people have joined. Hello everyone. Thanks for joining the live stream. If you're watching live, make sure you comment in the chat. Say hashtag live if you're watching live. If you're watching later, and just say hello, say where you're from. Leave a fire emoji. Up to you. Alright, so you can see the phone turns on. There's no touch.
Só mais pouquinho.
So that means there's an issue. I am testing with my known good screen. And just
Puxar no microscópio aqui.
This is the actual original housing, the customer's
Porque a visão
housing,
já está limitada.
It's had a hard impact. So this should be your clue that there's a problem. Hashtag lit, I do like that idea. So if you're watching live, make sure you hashtag lit. If you're watching later, then do a fire emoji. About that. Alright, cool. So we've determined this is a board issue just because I am testing with known good parts. We have a hard impact. We have signs of hard impact. So you know, everything's pointing towards that. Next step that I would do here is let me get all these cables out. Next step that I do usually is visually inspect the board. Let me go to my camera.
Agora é a parte final agora.
So this is the actual
Agora
board.
Tá bem
If you
leve.
follow my Instagram or Facebook, I saw my story about this last night. So this is a physical board. Let me start off with taking off this foam. Once I take out the foam, this gives me a better view of the board. Make sure I don't visually miss anything. You know, you could save it and then put it back later. See. There's also this little sticker that wraps around. Make sure you take this off because when you do have to separate the board, it'll hold the board and mess you up. So, yeah, I pretty much separated the sticker, so I think it should be fine for now. Alright, so one of the first things I check on these, no touch, hard impact situations, is right here. So the board is made out of basically the two main layers and an interposer, kind of like a spacer. You can see up here is the main layer, and down here is the bottom board, and there's this gold middle section called the interposer. Kind of just connects two halves. They're like tubes from the bottom to the top. But one of the common things is actually down here where the interposer connects with the bottom board. If you look closely, you'll see the issue here. So if I bend on, you can see there's a gap. That gap should not be there. In contrast, this is the donor board, the green sticker. You see the difference. You can easily see the difference here. See it's like solid. You just kind of push on it and nothing happens, it doesn't move. Customer board. You can see like separation. So that's probably the issue here where why there's no cut. So at the top, what I'm going to do, we're going to just separate the board. So first is, let's go ahead and cut this sticker. The top layer actually starts just from here on out. I'm going to start the sandwich separation process. I'm going to turn on, let's see, it's on red light. I'm going to place the board on the heater. That'll lock it into place. So I gotta rotate these things, kind of hold it here, and then another one down here. So this process does take a few minutes to heat up. So I'm trying to think, what can I do in the meantime? If I could finish this part off. One of the things about sandwich repairs is that so let me go to this way. One of the things about sandwich repairs is that, where was he going with that? Oh, yeah, so you actually rarely need to use hot air if you're just fixing the sandwich. So, you know, when you're separating and reballing it and placing it back, you basically don't need hot air. If you use hot air on the top layer, you're very likely to warp the board, which kind of makes it difficult to reball because then it won't sit flat. You know, two layers will be kind of lopsided. All right, so while we wait for that board to heat up, let me test this donor board. my understanding, the board is good. So let's confirm. So it's very important to always test everything. You don't want to grab a donor board from the pile and then go through all the work to do the bottom board swap, and it turns out it was bad. So just gonna keep in mind. Alright, so this is donor board, basically the transplant board, the one I'm going to use for do the transplant. Alright, so that works. So you can see this is working. So this tells me the board does not have any issues with touch. So
não, tem que ser o outro
I'm
mesmo.
going to check the Wi-Fi, which I didn't plug in the Wi-Fi antenna, so I'm just going to plug them in real quick.
Seu outro mesmo.
Then we should see the Wi-Fi networks pop up any second now. Let me back up. Oh, there it is. So we have Wi-Fi. So Wi-Fi works. Let me connect to Wi-Fi, and then we're going to try to activate the phone. This will tell me. So this will tell me if there's any baseband issues. If it has baseband issues, then it won't activate. If the baseband is good, then it's going to tell me to log in to iCloud, which the board is locked, so I don't know the login info. But it will tell me if it is. So that activation lock screen, that means the baseband information is there and was able to check in that data with Apple servers, and it came back with the activation lock, which is fine. So everything points to this board being a good candidate for using for the bottom board swap. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up the board. So in theory, if this whole process goes well, then we'll have a successful repair. There's always a chance, something can go wrong, that we're kind of screwed. We'll see. I would say I have a pretty high success rate with these. Maybe like 80–90% success rate. There's some cases where, for whatever reason, I can't get touch working or baseband working. Who knows what the issue is, but this is a live video, so you could just end it short because of some unforeseen issue popped up in the process. So one of the things I like to do is label my board. So I'm going to get a Sharpie. I'm going to write on the board, let's call it DNR for donor. So DNR. I'm going to write it everywhere so I won't mix them up. DNR. DNR for donor, just, on all the different sections. And then let's check back in on this new board sitting in the oven, so to speak. Let's see if this is ready. So what I can do is push down. Let me get some water. Getting thirsty, speaking a lot. So we do need more time for the board to warm up. Alright, so what I can do, push down on the board.
Aê!
So the look
É isso aí!
right below this connector right here, you're gonna see some.
Como a gente achou que ia ser.
I was seeing it earlier. You kind of see some flux oozing out. Thanks for your support, George. My confidence has now gone up 10 times due to your comment about your faith in my sandwich abilities. Alright, so it might be hard to see through the camera, but kind of see some like liquid. That tells us that the solder between the two layers has flowed, like it has liquefied, and it's basically ready for separation. So this is what I like to do to separate. I have these tiny deep freezers, which are super thin. You know, I can go under this screw hole here. I like to like come down just a tiny bit. Somewhere around here I can like squeeze this in. So I like squeeze it in and you grab it and pick it up. Alright, so one of the things I was concerned about before I even started this repair is if I were to have a bunch of ripped pads, then that would like basically ruin this whole video because especially if there's like a ton of ripped pads, then it makes the repair super difficult and probably I wouldn't have been able to finish it. So here, let me give you an example of what ripped pads look like. So you see there's like these brown circles with like little 3 dots. Those are all ripped pads. So every of those circles should be a little silver circle with solder.
Doador.
That it has like 3 dots, which means
primeiro pegar o posicionamento dele.
The actual pad was left on the sandwich, on the bottom board of the sandwich. So that's
Eu gosto de fazer isso, tá, pessoal?
Like, in my case, here in this, what I'm doing for this video,
posicionamento de circuito integrado é sempre importante.
So that tells me the
Isso
only
aqui não
damage is
precisa
on the
ter
bottom
muito capricho não,
board,
mas eu vou caprichar mesmo assim.
Oh, look, there's one right here actually. Is this 1 versus 100? Hey Roger, yeah, I'm actually in Las Vegas, so that is Pacific time. So right now it is 11:53 p.m., which I'm kind of worried because I have a feeling it's going to take a few hours and, finish at 2 a.m. Alright, cool. So what I'm going to do here is put this customer board here on the side. Now, what we need for the bottom board swap is the baseband, the Wi-Fi, and the EEPROM, but that is not physically transferred over, just the data is transferred over. You gotta do a lot of screen repairs and do the programmer for the screen where you plug in the original, you read, you plug in the replacement, and you write. So basically what we're doing here, instead of being screen EEPROM data, we're doing baseband EEPROM data. So let me just clean off some of this airfill, and then I'm going to pop off the baseband Wi-Fi and put them aside for I'm going to save them for later, basically. I gotta do this pretty quick because it took forever to start the live stream. I was busy wasting my time on Facebook. Also, it takes me like at least 30 minutes to come up with a thumbnail for the video. I have to finally just think of something that will stand out without having any content to use. Like I can't use a picture of a sandwich board because I haven't separated a sandwich. So I kind of have to come up with something. So you saw my thumbnail. I just got a giant sandwich little icon thing. Alright, cool. So I'm going to start off with removing baseband. So you can see there are my temperatures. So just go ahead and basically go around the perimeter using my razor blade. It says there's a number 11 blade, but it looks a little different. So I ran out of the other blade I normally use. Alright, so basically what I'm doing is clearing up the underfill that's between the chip and the board. What this does is it basically, I'm like kind of scoring it. You know what that means? You're essentially creating a line of separation, so it'll be easier to detach once you do try to remove it. So this is my bad bottom board. So I don't really care if I damage the board, as long as the chip is okay. But once I get to the donor board, which is the new bottom board, then I definitely want to be careful not to scratch or lose any components. You know, so that's going to be the new board. You know, everything's going to be.
Fala, Vitinho.
So,
Tá 90% concluído, tá?
Higher than usual heat. Do this underfill removal. Normally I'm like at 250, but this board doesn't really matter, so I could be less careful. So essentially so the gray chip is a Wi-Fi chip. The Wi-Fi is paired to the CPU. So if you do have to replace it, you do have to unlock, like basically unpair or remove the lock from the NAND to tell it like, hey, don't worry about which Wi-Fi is installed. From the factory it comes paired. It becomes kind of like a carrier lock where, you know, if you buy a phone from like T-Mobile, the phone only works on T-Mobile. You have to go through the unlock process so then I can accept any SIM card. And concept, you know, the CPU or the NAND for some reason has that information of, you know, what Wi-Fi chip it can support, and currently only this specific Wi-Fi chip. So it's just easy to transfer this over versus, you know, not transferring over, but you still have to go through NAND to do it. And also the 10s Max doesn't support a thing called Purple, which is like it uses the jailbreak, the exploit to let you configure NAND through USB. Alright, so to get back to this, so now I'm going to remove baseband. I'm going to use my hook and 400 Celsius with, I think what angle, I won't hear from the top. I'm going to use my hook, and I'm going to scoop in under here to lift it up. So just heat it, it's already coming off. And I'm just kind of slightly twisting it. Alright, so this is off. Let me save it here in that little spot I have designated. Alright, so next is this one. So where can I enter? So I'm going to enter here. I'm going to use this cap here as like leverage. I have the tip of the blade inside, and I'm keying it. Oh, look, there it is. There was one time I did rip a pad from the Wi-Fi chip, and then I had to go through replacing the Wi-Fi chip and then removing that in the programmer, etc. Alright.
Yeah.
So I basically have the two chips that I need.
Tá vendo aí, Vitinho, como que resinado é bem mais complicado?
Those are the important ones. And I do have to get these pads. Because some of these pads are needed for the programmer to read the EEPROM. So what I'm going to do is use some 180 Celsius solder, some low melts. Not super low melt, but just regular low melt. Gonna just tin all the pads. Right.
Aí, ó, não queimou a tela.
So,
então o isolamento deu certo.
Let me clean up this flux before I get out of here. Max LCD swap. You mean how to just replace the screen? What do you mean? So there's a comment saying I need to do an iPhone 11 Pro Max LCD swap. Do you have any content on that? I don't know. You're referring to just a standard screen repair. Something else. Alright, so I'm gonna take off. This is my that was the customer board. So I'm going to put it off to the side. I still need it. This is my new. This is my donor board. Let me get out this phone.
Vamos lá, fazer a limpeza do CI agora.
And here's that sticker. I don't know why they didn't put this random sticker there. It seems pointless to me. Then I'm going to slice this tape. Alright, cool. By the way, if you're watching, make sure you check out the links in the description. I do have a recommended tool page at vccboardrepair.com/gear. There's a link in the description. I also am the lead solder coach for a micro soldering course. So that's all in the description. If you want to learn more, well, you can always send me a message as well. My website, vccboardrepair.com. And so while this warms up, see what can I do? Let me come to the main board here. This is the customer board. So one important thing is to clean off all this thermal paste. I like to get rid of
Fazendo a
it
limpeza do
because
circuito
it's very
integrado
hard
agora.
to remove once it's all over, like pads, like the actual. It could mix it with flux and whatnot. Like, basically turns like to sand, and so I'm throwing it away under my desk in my trash can. So I just like to somehow get it stuck with my tool and then just
Fazer a limpeza dos estanhos.
I don't reapply it after, and I never had any kind of warranty issues because of this. Surprisingly,
Fazendo reparar o
I don't get any warranty issues on sandwich repairs. So,
Hein, Breno? Fazendo reparar ao vivo nesse vídeo?
alright, so let's see. Let me put on the jig here, the wood holder. So one of the steps in this whole process will require me to
Cadê o estanho?
reball the sandwich. So let me prep the pads. So I'm adding some flux all around the perimeter. I'm gonna add my own solder, like the lower mountain solder, and I'm gonna come back and wick it. No, I don't do any. All my content is revolving soldering, so I don't do screen repair videos. If you want a screen repair video, check out Pro Fixer.
Pegar o Stein.
Search Pro Fixer, and I'm pretty sure he has a video on this, on the Pro Max.
Tá alto assim?
Alright, so I'm just going to run my iron over every single pad.
Baixar o volume aqui. Tá alto. Pronto, assim ficou melhor. Me ouvindo aí agora? Tá tendo um delayzinho aí. Aí, ó. Fluxo pastoso. Senão dá muita sujeira.
All three of you who added some light. There are 6 in total. Well, I appreciate all you 6. Everyone else, so we're going to smash that light button. That's right. Go ahead. Right. So, just gonna...
Vamos fazer a limpeza agora. Todos os pontos estão estanhados. Limpar a ponta aqui. Eu estanhei e agora estou removendo o excesso de estanho. Não dá para vocês verem aí porque está no microscópio aqui. Mas se Deus quiser eu vou ter um trinocular e vocês vão ver tudo. Aí, ó. Maravilhoso. Pronto. Aí, ó, pessoal. Cadê? Aí, ó. Agora eu vou limpar a peça. Isopropanol. Limpinho. Agora eu vou fazer o procedimento de ribaling. Prender aqui. Pronto. Conferir se está tudo ok, certinho. Agora é a vez do estanho pastoso. Dá uma limpada na espátula aqui. Thiago Smartphone, pessoal, especialista em telas, tá? Reconstrução de tela original, troca de vidro, recuperação de touch, troca do display completo com transplante de circuito integrado de touch, para não dar aquela mensagem de peça não genuína. Por mais que seja original, ele dá mensagem. Isso aqui, ó, é para me tirar o excesso de umidade do estanho pastoso. Isso aqui é uma técnica que o professor Alexandre passou pra gente. Não sei como esse cara consegue deixar o estanho preto, não. Mas o meu não fica preto. Pronto. Estanhei. Vou limpar agora. Ô Brenda, pega uma flanelinha pra mim, branca, por favor. Valeu. Só para tirar o excesso aqui, fazer a limpeza. Diminuir o vento aqui um pouquinho. $320. Bom. Maravilha. Esse procedimento se chama reballing, tá, pessoal? É refazer as esferas. do circuito integrado. Ai, tá quente. Vamos lá. Fazer a finalização agora. Pronto. Personalizada, reparo feito. Aí, ó. O microscópio sai de cena agora. Agora é a parte mais complicada. Pessoal, esse procedimento é inédito, tá? Primeira vez que eu faço do iPhone 12 Pro Max. Receptor. E lá fora tá que chove. Como essa peça aqui ela tá 100%, tem que tomar muito cuidado aqui agora. Eu tenho que abrir acesso aqui, ó. Tem que abrir acesso para fazer um isolamento da parte inferior. Pronto. Fiz o isolamento na parte inferior. Agora tirar o circuito integrado aqui. Fazer isolamento na parte exterior. Centralizar aqui.
supposed to say here in Vegas, but we don't. So yeah, that's guaranteed you to. So you're gonna clean once again, the underflow around it.
Fazer o isolamento primário.
Yeah, the strip is nice. So we go there once in a while. Whenever we have time. Whenever someone from out of town is here, we first kind of show them the strip.
Primário.
So now we've been here since December 2020. We've been going less and less to the strip. When we first moved here, we go there probably every weekend.
Isolamento secundário.
Recently, we've been going more to Red Rock Casino, which is in Silverman. It's like way off the strip, but that's one of the locals that hang out. I feel like I'm becoming a local now. Have owner for the margaritas.
Secundário.
Have a seal barbecue house.
Isolamento secundário feito.
Really mean looking at how
Isolamento terciário.
They used to have with the thing that was like $12 all you can eat, like because of the whole COVID thing, no longer open.
Isolamento quaternário.
So yeah, everything else, no, all the other restaurants are open. Indoor dining, was not. So right now, once again, we need info on the ship.
Pronto.
And we remove without taking.
Agora, como disse meu filho, agora olhar o posicionamento do circuito integrado e fazer a instalação do mesmo. Pronto. Centraliza ele aqui. E energia positiva agora.
People
Ai. Esperar esfriar um pouquinho. A ruazinha do corte aí, ó. Bravo. Ficou bem centralizado. Não queimou a tela, graças a Deus. Pessoal, isso aqui é um transplante de CI do iPhone 12 Pro Max, tá? Vamos agora ver como ficou. Display certinho aqui, que teve uma vez que coloquei que o touch não funcionou não. Então, vamos fazer o primeiro teste. Vamos ligar ele. Ouro Pastas aí tá agarrado também, né, Ouro Pastas? O bravo das pastas. Aqui. Vamos ver se resistiu ou não. E ainda não deu sinal. Vamos ver o que está acontecendo. Mais uma vez. É isso aí, pessoal. Vou pôr pra carregar ali, que tá descarregado. O tempo da live tá acabando. Tamo junto. Já já posso resultado nos stories aí.